This review is for the 29th of March, Thursday. Let's take a look here at the composite. Had a nice down candle today, good distance to fall. Had a decent recovery in the afternoon though, about half of the candle. So what we have here on the composite is indecision in a range at new highs, which is at a fairly substantial distance. So basically in the middle of that range, on a little bit to the downside of it. This was a good tail, however, and you see here's the uptrend off of this tail before going higher, and we didn't have to come down to that today. We only came down to this horizontal top, basically slightly below it. Let's say this wick here before going back up. We could have another candle tomorrow of movement, depending upon how that works out. Opening down here, coincident with this price support level and this uptrend line, I think you'd have a nice day up to the midline or higher of some good movement. There may be a possibility of not having much movement on the actual market tomorrow. A big movement day, indecision, big movement day, maybe getting an indecision day to follow that one up. Although this tail here, we could definitely have some sizable candle tomorrow with a tail like that. It's pretty confused right now, so S&P is a little different. It's not constrained at new highs. It's wedging into a tip currently, but it's not real narrow yet. So this could come right back up off of this uptrend line too for a nice sizable candle up. We're going to be going sideways for a bit. Take a little bit of sideways movement, probably smaller days in overall range before we take another strong shot upward. This strong shot upward was followed by an indecision day and relatively restrained days. We got 2 down days in a row on this candle, which is a little bit of a change, but they're probably going to be a little bit restrained for the moment, I would say. But that doesn't mean individual stocks can't move a long way in that period of time. We see some of these, like today, CAT, big time down with a bad open below the MAs here. 108 straight down to 104. Very big, very interesting. Same for UTX. Very bad with those stocks. Best Buy did exactly what was expected. Up to the wick. Downtrend line plummeted perfectly down to 2650. Exactly as expected. I would say for downside tomorrow, it's hard to predict some of these. I'd say continued downside with Best Buy. Might get a real nice candle down to 26 here. That could be a big tail, and you could play it back up off of 26. But I think opening and staying below 26.75, you'd probably have some sort of acceleration along a line, something like this, with open around here or so, an attempt to go up 26.75, 26.80, 26.90, move back down, and then it plummets down to 26, and then probably recovers that. I do think downside for Best Buy tomorrow. The other one, not real sure. Amazon had a big give back. I don't know that it would fall below 200. If it did, it would come back pretty far, I would think. I think it'd have support off of 200. If anything, that might be an upside scenario. I'd just say Best Buy down, and most likely probably CAT has a good chance here of doing something interesting tomorrow. It'll either be a small candle where it's trying to decide at 104, or it'll be another big candle down to 100 or back up to recover this. This is a very significant candle for CAT, and the key piece on CAT is having fallen below this point right here and closed below that. So I would say I don't remember this, if this was real here or if this was an anomalous execution. But having closed below this point here, this is really bad. So CAT could this could be too far too fast, and it dithers around 104, has a big candle up from 104 or falls below 104 or falls below this point here, 103.60. If it's falling below 103.60, I think it's going to be a big candle down, has potential to repeat this candle, fall down to 100. So cat would bear watching downside. I'd say Broadcom down, cat down, or I mean, what did I say? Best Buy down or cat down, and potentially Broadcom down as well. I'll give you 3 choices to the downside for tomorrow. Those all look pretty terrible. Broadcom having fallen and closed below this uptrend line here, you come on down to the 20 tomorrow. It is off of this. It is kind of stopping on this point right here, though. This closed through here. So I don't know. Broadcom might be a little more ambiguous. I do think we get another bad 4th down day for Best Buy tomorrow. And CAT has a worse close today here than UTX. UTX is still above support of 81, so I'm not sure it's going to be the one. And it just had new highs back there, so this could continue, but I think this has a better chance of arresting itself. This is really not good at all. Breaking below 104 could be big to the downside for CAT. So I'd say Best Buy and CAT downside tomorrow. Broadcom as an alternate. And that's it. Good luck tomorrow.